Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am the man on the street.
And this is Pharaoh King.
And the mad professor living in the boot.
And as you can see, we don't have Tim Dog for Be More Careful. He's still under the weather. Hey, Tim Dog, man, we praying for you to get better.
Get better, brother.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Also, we don't have Po Boy from the boot. Hey, he's actually at a convention. Oh, trying to get us better. Got there learning how to do podcasts, and before you know, we could be on your local news, or we could be on your local channels, because y'all gonna be wanting to see us all the time.
Here
with
we
some
come.
Good sponsorship.
Good sponsorship. So, fellas, man, I got a good topic for us tonight, and I hope you're ready.
Oh,
always ready.
You know I'm always ready. I got fire for everybody.
I was listening to the other day to this guy called what's his name? Charlie Kirk. You ever heard of him?
Oh, unfortunately, I've heard of Pumpkinhead.
You ever? What about you, Pharaoh?
No, I don't know.
Nah, you laughing, Pharaoh. Look at a picture of the dude. The dude head about the size of a large pumpkin.
What's his name again?
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. All right.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, when they tune in to us, they seem to think that we only talk about certain type of issues. But this issue right here, man, that I thought I want us to talk about. And
I've seen this cat before.
And I want to get your honest opinion. I was thinking about this. Has diversity become the new M word? Because it seems as though that diversity is like the M word now. When every time they say diversity, it seems as though that they're talking about a certain segment of the population. But it's
almost like the woke movement.
Yeah, exactly. But don't listen to me. Listen to this here right here, man. Make sure I get the right one.
And that's why I think this United story and the DEI story hits so hard, because we've all been in the back of a plane when the turbulence hits, or when you're flying through a storm and you're like, I'm so glad I saw the guy with the right stuff and the square jaw get into the cockpit before we took off. And I feel better now.
No, I mean, like,
that.
You want to go thought crime? Like, I'm sorry. If I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Well, that's the you wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have done that before.
That's not an immediate.
No, you wouldn't have done that before.
That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has created.
What's up, everyone? Coach D speaks with the Midas Touch Network. So if you don't get anything else out of this video, what I want you to get out of it is that diversity does not mean less qualified. And this goes more so for the children of color out there, gay kids, trans kids, little girls out there. If you're ever at your place of employment or your school, and anyone talks about how that school or that employer believes in diversity, equity, and inclusion, don't ever look at yourself and wonder if you were accepted to that school or employed by that job for any other reason than your exceptionalism. Because diversity does not mean less qualified.
So, is that the new M word? What you got to say about it?
Yeah. Man, listen. I hope he realizes that the white person trained that black pilot, more than likely. So I'm pretty sure he's qualified. You know what I mean? In that sense, it's kind of like Woody Harrelson said in the joke. What was that movie? What is that show he was in? True Detective. True Detective. You heard what he said in there when he asked the guy. He goes up to him and said, "What do you call a black pilot that flies a plane?" And the guy was about to say something crazy. He goes, "A pilot, you racist son of a bitch. What else would you call him?"
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So if you have to look at if they have to look at this, that what old boy said, the square jaw. If you got to look at that, then America is we're fucked. If diversity is the new N word.
Yeah.
It's still no equals coming in there, no matter how trained we are professionally.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the issue, and it's always been the issue, and it's why you laugh when you hear somebody like Nimrata Haley talk about America's never been racist. America's always been racist, and that's the problem. Is when you see black people, especially black women, getting stuff that they're used to being strictly a white man's job, they start to panic and they want to bring up, oh, well, she only, or this black woman or this black man only got that job because they know somebody, or because they're trying to make sure that everything's equal for everybody. But see it's the new N word, but because they want you to ignore the old N word, which I've always said was the biggest problem, which is nepotism. When you get these unqualified ass mutts getting jobs that they don't earn.
God damn, Professor, boy, you throw me for a loop right there, boy. I wasn't expecting that N word, but goddamn, nepotism.
Well, see, that's the word
No.
that they want to ignore. Because you have people like Donald Trump who bring his family in places where they're clearly not qualified. I mean,
Correct.
you have his silly son saying that he understood what I forgot what that accounting term was, and he said it's because he learned it at Wharton. And when they asked him what it meant, he said he didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know.
I mean, come on. I mean, it's like I said, it's pathetic. They'd rather get somebody who's unqualified getting a job because of who they know and their parents know, rather than them earning the job. So they'll fuss about other people who earn a job. I didn't know that black pilot was supposed to check the goddamn plane, every bolt on the goddamn plane. I didn't know that, because I bet 95% of the people that built the damn plane are white.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear the bullshit about the end user being wrong.
Yeah, and what I guess what I'm saying is, it seems though that they're taking diversity out of they're taking the diversity training out of all type of jobs. They're taking it out of colleges. You want to be included, but it seems as though that they're using that term to make you feel as though that you're not qualified to be in a certain position. And just like Pharaoh said, those guys and women, they go and they get trained. You can't fly a plane unless you totally qualified. They're not just gonna, my first day, oh, you're a pilot, here go your pilot's license. No,
Exactly.
no, you got to go through training after training after training after training. And they're lumping in diversity with a racist undertone. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's why I said that it is their new N word. It's just like when Obama got elected, they couldn't say nigga on TV, so they said thug. So diversity and wokeness is their new N word. And like I said, because they want you to ignore the unqualified people who got their job because of who they know, or their position because of who they know, rather than what they know.
Yes.
And like I said, it makes it easy. It makes it easy for the racists in them and the racist followers that they have to go, you know what? He absolutely right. Now, let me ask you this, to these idiots, would you rather have a qualified black person who you believe got their job because of DEI, or would you rather that unqualified ass mutt that looks like you getting the job and panicking whenever stuff start going wrong?
No, I say let them have what they want.
Well, yeah. Well, see, and
you know what I'm saying?
That's the issue.
That's the thing. So the people that hired this individual, you telling me that they didn't have enough know-how or enough knowledge to hire him in the first place? Because all four of you are saying the same thing. Then that means you disapprove of who they put in the plane to fly it for you.
See, the thing of it is, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know for a fact to become an airline pilot, it takes almost more than 20,000 hours of flight time before they put you behind the stick on your own. Before they put you in the captain's chair, it takes well over 20,000 hours of training and flight time. And years ago, my big thing, I wasn't into video games, but I was into the Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
And the one thing I couldn't do on that thing was land the goddamn plane.
Mm-hmm.
I could take off, which is easy as hell. I could fly, which is easy as hell. I could never land smoothly enough to pass a test to be a pilot.
Because that's a controlled crash. That's why.
See, and I tell people that all the time. Like I tell my wife that landing a plane is controlling the crash, and she was mad. I'm like, but honey, it's the truth. A plane's natural instinct is to be on the ground. Once you put it in the air, it's out of its element.
That's correct.
Even though it's built to fly. But it always wants to head back to the ground, which is why when it loses power, the first thing it does is head to the ground. So as landing, you're controlling the crash. And if you can land a plane with a door missing, I'm sorry, you're skilled. I don't give a damn what they want to say about it.
Man, listen, they don't know the background of the dude. He could have been in the
It was
military.
A woman. It was a woman that was flying the plane.
It still could have been, she should have been in the Air Force or the Navy flying these big planes.
Right.
Yeah.
You never know.
And I see we got some onlookers out there. Make sure you comment. Hey, live chatting right now. Hey, you got the three amigos, missing two. But we want to hear from you. Do you think diversity is the new N word? And the reason why I brought this subject up, that while we are talking about it, is because everybody is talking about diversity. And it's not just because of the color of your skin. It could be because you're a woman. It could be because you're trans, a lesbian, or all the letters in the alphabet. It could be because of a certain situation. It could be because you came from another country to the U.S. I thought diversity, you want to include everybody, but it seems though that they're trying to exclude certain people that don't fit their paradigm. If I'm wrong,
Right.
somebody tell me I'm wrong.
No, absolutely.
I bet you none of those motherfuckers could fly the plane.
What
Exactly.
and they all got their job because of who they know. Like I said, nepotism.
Yeah.
Nepotism and cronyism.
Yeah. And they went on to say some more. Let me see here. They went on to say this.
Understand, these guys on this panel, they say these same things when black conservatives are around. Black conservatives have to stand around, listen to guys like this, make jokes, and say things like, hey, I hope you're qualified. And they just stand there and they take it. This is nothing but racism. If you watch this video and say that this is anything else but racism, you either don't know what racism is or you're being willfully ignorant. But then it gets worse, because to them, when they're ever talking about diversity or anyone being unqualified, they're talking about black people. So that is why Charlie Kirk makes this next racist statement as well.
Yeah, this is so easy to me. I don't want LaQuisha James.
They have
who
that like
comes up
pilot voice.
and she's just like, "Hi, ladies and gentlemen, pray for me."
And the truth is it's just this is a creation that the left wanted.
If you don't think those guys aren't sitting around saying the N-word with the hard ER when the cameras are off, you just don't get it.
Some people just don't get it because, I did a video and I put it out there and they say, you missed the point. They're talking about diversity. And I asked them, what the color of my skin got to do with diversity? I understand, better yet, the qualification of me flying a plane. That doesn't have anything to do. Diversity means that you're trying to include everybody into what you're trying to do. But why it has to be Lucretia? I haven't met one white woman named or any other ethnicity named Lucretia. So you're basically pointing out a certain segment that you don't want to see fly a plane. And then you use that, then you try to say, oh, it's because of diversity. No, just come out and say what you want to say. You don't want to get on a plane with somebody that don't look like you is actually flying the plane.
Hey, read the comment from Kennedy Thomas.
Oh, that's my cuz. What up, cuz? Oh man, show that. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Well, yeah, and that's the truth about it, and that's why, like you said, he brought up LaQuisha, the name LaQuisha. It just becomes a joke to them that someone black could be more qualified than their asses, which is part of their issue. Is a black person is more qualified than them to do something that they can't do, and that's part of the issue with them bringing up diversity. Is they hate the fact that black person, that Hispanic person, or whatever person, that non-white person can do something that they could never do, that they could never even try to do, and that they're probably afraid to do. Because like you said, that lady who was in the cockpit when that door blew off of that plane, she's probably military trained, and none of them have the heart to be military trained to do anything, even pulling goddamn teeth. So I mean, they're full of it. And like I said, they hate the fact that no matter what they've done, and I've been saying this for a long time, no matter what they've done to black people, we're not gonna quit. We're not gonna quit trying to be better than what they try to make us. And that scares the living piss out of them. I mean, it's funny, it really started once Obama won the presidency, that the racists and everybody started coming out.
Yes,
for sure. And it's pathetic because they always felt, hey, that was our job. Nah, that wasn't your job. Y'all just tried to monopolize it.
Yeah. What you got to say about it, Pharaoh?
Oh, y'all pretty much saying everything. So I mean,
I guess my point is, I don't want people think that we just bash certain people. No, we bashing these clowns. No, we bashing these clowns because we're not gonna put everybody in the same basket. These clowns. Yeah, you can't. But these clowns, and then you got people that actually listen to them, and they probably go to their job and probably say, why Mr. Jenkins got that job? I know I'm more qualified than him. But you didn't know that, hey, Mr. Jenkins probably did 4 years of college doing this stuff. And then he might have worked on the outside doing the same stuff. And you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, I
that's my
understand
point.
everything.
Yeah.
That's my point in saying that they're upset that what used to be exclusively to them is not them anymore, because there's more qualified people that can do the job that don't look like them. Because like the commenter said, you don't hear that about Asians or Native Americans for the most part, especially because most, like, it's funny when you go to a hospital, most doctors in there are of Indian descent.
Yes.
And they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that's not diversity in that field. No, only where it becomes something in the media, something known. Most people consider, and if you notice, and I just thought about this, if you notice, they always attack people, especially black people, that the media make to be a hero. They call this woman a hero for her calm demeanor when the accident happened on the plane and how she responded and landed the plane without a loss of life. And that's when they chose to attack. It's pathetic, because there's always been black pilots. There's always been black female pilots.
You notice they didn't say nothing about the old boy when they crashed the plane in the Hudson.
Exactly.
They made a movie about it.
Yeah, they made a movie. The same thing, you know.
That's exactly my point. Is they decided when the media wanted to make someone a hero who is a hero, that's when they decided to attack that person to diminish what they've done.
God damn, cousin, you stupid.
But that's why I said Asian Indian. That's why I said Asian. That's why whenever I say Indian, I mean Indian from Asia, not Native American.
That's correct. And it's just odd because, like I say before, everything is DEI now. It's DEI or critical race theory. It seems as though those are the new words that ticks people off.
Critical race theory is falling off because I think even most of the grifters, most of the grifted, realize that it's a college course that you have to volunteer to take and not taught in K through 12.
Yeah.
But they don't bring it up anymore.
I guess what I'm saying is, it seems that those are the tick words now that these type of guys and these type of women are actually using. And for me, everybody always talk about, America is the land of the free. You come here, everything's good, but we still thinking like we in the 1800s because they,
who's we?
I'm just talking about in general. I'm talking about in general because if you think about it, and we said this before, when we talk about mental health, I don't care who you are. I want the most qualified person. I don't give a damn if you red, black, green, or yellow. You know what I'm saying? I want the most qualified person, and that qualified person that you're talking about that's flying the plane may be black. He or she won't be in that seat being the captain if he wasn't qualified. If he wasn't that qualified, he'd be the co-captain. He won't be. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Let me ask you this: if you go overseas, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a person of their background flying a plane when you get overseas. It's going to be whatever the local populace is.
Yeah, no, the person that flying the plane to take you to that country ain't gonna be the person that look like you. No,
that's my point. It's like
you're right.
There. So you go on vacation. So what are you saying? You only fly in the United States? That's what you in the United States. Because if you leave the 48 states, I guarantee you that person is not of your persuasion unless you go to Europe.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's the thing. And it brings up a thought I just had. And it's what I said in my statement a minute ago. Is you notice who they attack and when. Like Dr. Ben Carson performed the first surgery on a fetus.
Yeah.
As he was coming up as a surgeon. But he's qualified.
Yeah.
Now they don't tell you he and Clarence Thomas was qualified to get in school, even though they don't bring the only qualification he used was affirmative action to get into school.
That's correct.
They don't talk about the two of them, but they talk about the people who earn it, black people without a name who earn it. And that's my biggest issue with these damn fools is they can't take somebody who's earned their position.
Exactly, and just like
well, you know what, you can't hold nothing over their head. Exactly. That's the problem.
Exactly,
that's right. And just like the guy say, we don't want nobody to feel as though that, hey, the job that you're in. And like I said, that brother is pretty smart, man. I watch him all the time on YouTube, man.
Yeah, Coach
And
D. Yeah, he's a
yeah,
good, he's a good one.
he's good one. And like I say, what he say, if you're in a position, you're there because you earn that position, not because of the color of your skin or how you are. You earn that position because you put it in the work. And
Right.
it just sad to see and to hear people still have the mind frame that these guys and some of these women have. And but to keep the conversation going, oh man, y'all thought that was it, but the man on you got another one. Oh, I'm talking about my home state. Oh, y'all know who I'm about to talk about. Oh my goodness, man! When you talk about my home state, hey,
Mr. Gums.
Yeah, all I got to say is make sure you get out and vote.
Oh Lord have mercy.
I'm talking about my home state. You got to get out and vote.
What Obama said, don't boot, vote.
That's right.
Don't
You got to
forget.
you got to get out and vote. You got to get out and vote for your representative. You got to get out and vote for your senator. Get out and vote for your local politicians, because we get people in there that's not have your best interests at heart. They only have their best interests at heart. And my man showed his ass the other night when he got on national TV and acted a total fool.
There are few moments in my life I've been more embarrassed than to watch Tim Scott, who, I know Tim and I are both practicing Christians, but I don't know if he could pray like that to the other side. I mean, it was humiliating to watch what Tim Scott did as a sitting senator. And one time it wasn't even, he wasn't even on the script. He interrupted Trump to pay homage. So I had to say that because it's bothered me all
He's
night.
doing it right here. It says, it's just that I love you, Mr. Trump. It's not that I hate Nikki Haley. It's just that I love you, from Senator Scott.
It's not a good day in my life to watch Tim do that. I mean, to think that we fought to see people like him, black, become high elected in the South, but to do it in such a way that is so humiliating.
Yeah, I don't usually agree with, Reverend Al Sharpton a lot, but hey, man, he hit it right on the head. Hey, I just don't understand. I know he wants the vice president job, but goddamn, can you kiss his ass even more? I guess he had to get low. He had to get low. Like who sung that song? Ludacris and Lil Jon, get low. He got real low.
Man,
That joker was on his knees. He had knee pads on.
that's what I was about to say, bro. He wasn't on his knees that deep to propose to his woman.
He looked like he wanted to give him a kiss. Hell.
Good Lord. I mean, the buck dancing that this dude was doing, those bug ass eyes this guy had when he was professing his love for this man. I mean, my God, dude, did you talk to your woman that you loved her that much?
Yeah.
I mean, did you really? Because I bet you, I've never seen you. What's funny is he only you only heard about him getting a girlfriend when everybody said that he might be
gay. Yeah.
Then all of a sudden,
he
magically appeared with Buffy white cheeks.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's a man. Now he's proposing to this woman.
Yeah.
And I'm on, and the thing is, he's never even professed his love to his woman in public like this. And professing his love to this man. I mean, come on. I mean, my God, dude. You just set us back about 15. No, damn that. You set them back 15 years. Because you ain't setting my ass back. I know better. I mean, this guy, you know what he's doing? He's taking the fictional character from Django Unchained, Mr. Calvin, and he's bringing that to life.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. What you got to say about it, Pharaoh?
He said it all.
I mean, God damn.
I would just, I try to give people benefit of the doubt. You don't ever want to judge anybody, but at the end of the day, just stop, sit down, and go look at yourself. Understand what people around you are saying. Did you have a clip of when he said something about the border in Texas? Do you have?
No, I don't have that one. I don't have that one.
He's talking about we this, we that. Our borders are our first priority and stuff. Who's we?
Yeah, I would tell you this.
Mexicans were already here in America. They pushed them across the river.
I'm gonna talk about the border just a little bit, because they had a bipartisan thing to work on the border and do whatever, but because of Trump said that he didn't want to give Biden a win, the Republican side of the House pulled out. So And that's why when I talk to some of my friends that are Republicans, and they talk about the border, these guys had a chance to do what y'all keep saying. Y'all want to close the border. Y'all want to do this, but listen to Trump. I don't want to give Biden the win. Y'all going to pull out? No, you thinking about your personal gains if Trump becomes president again.
It's
You're
just like
not thinking about the people now.
It's just like 2 weeks ago when his ass said he hopes the economy crashes.
Yes.
I mean, when have you ever heard any American say this?
Yes.
I mean, come on. This guy, the sad shit is he does that because he knows he can't win straight up. Head to head, he can't win. There's no way he can do it. And
tonight he's not going to win after $83 million he got to pay back to somebody.
Yeah.
But see, no, he'll win because they don't care about that.
They don't care about that.
It's funny how the party, and I've said it before, I've said it 1,000 times. The party that's supposed to be pro-life want to take food out of poor kids' mouths. They want to take food away from new mothers to feed their children. They want to. I mean, they're trying to cut WIC and food stamps again. They keep saying, "Oh, we're not cutting Social Security." Says we need to cut Social Security, acting like it's an entitlement when it's something you build into. Do you idiots not know that you paid into the Social Security that they're now trying to tell you haven't earned? How haven't you earned it if you paid into it? I mean, it's stupid. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and what I'm gonna say about Tim Scott is, I understand that you're trying to get the second chair, the second chair to be the vice president, but there's ways to go about it.
Have some dignity.
Have some dignity, because Nikki Haley, she was the governor of South Carolina, and when the seat got vacant, she nominated him to get the seat. Right. Where's the loyalty to her?
No,
what I'm saying? I can understand that you're trying to get the second chair, but at least give her the dignity to say, hey, I'm going to support Trump. Don't get on TV.
Don't support anybody.
No.
Or better yet, don't say anything. I understand. Yeah.
No. Why don't you support the person who appointed you and you be the vice president to her?
That's true too.
Because it's what I said last week and the week before. Republicans are cowards by nature. That's why they always punch down. They always go after. Don't want to get rid of Trump because Trump brings them money, or at least he brings himself money that he won't give them, which is why a lot of RNC states, a lot of state RNC chairs are suing the Trump organization to get some of that money that people have given to the organization, and he's claiming for himself.
And another thing, I don't understand why he wants to be a part of that train, because it seems though that everybody that Trump he brings into his orbit, if they have a falling out, he first thing he do is he punch at him. Like you say, he punch. What's the she was his press secretary, McEnany. Yeah. And she said something the other night, and what did he do? He bashed her. I'm just saying. Yeah, he called out. Yeah,
he calls whoever doesn't show fail to him a rhino or a Marxist, fascist, racist, thug, communist. Which none of those damn phrases go together except fascist and racist, which is what they are. And like I said, it just shows how ignorant the party is and how scary the party is, that they can't rebuild themselves from the ground up. They can't kick this man out and rebuild from the ground up. And the sad shit is they're catering to the lowest denominator in their party. And they keep wanting to say MAGA is separate from Republican. It is not. It's separate from conservative. It's not separate from Republican.
And I'm glad you say that, to move this train along. I was watching the Breakfast Club. They had Earthquake on there, and he talked about the thing with Chris Rock, but not Chris Rock, but Cat Williams. Yeah, I'm basically Cat out now, But he says something, and it goes back to what you just said, Mad Professor. And I thought it was interesting, and I want to get y'all input on what he said about this.
Still consider yourself a Republican? No. I'm an independent. Okay. Me and Cheryl Underwood used to be the only comedians back in the day that was Republican. But now, since the Republican has been hijacked by the MAGA, I had to tap the fuck out. I tell folks that all the time. I said if even though I feel like Republicans have always been the party of white supremacy, but if traditional conservative values came back as opposed to this MAGA stuff, I think right now people are looking for something different so bad that you'd see a lot more
black and brown people going to be Republican?
I mean, if you really look at it, black people we are the most conservative people. We believe in God. We believe in less government, which is the police. You understand? And we believe in personal responsibility, even if some of us don't. So that used to be the doctrine for the Republican Party back in the day when I was in the military, and strong military, which they gave us a raise all the time. So that would made me a Republican back in the day.
Yeah, I feel I'm an independent too. I can't. I feel like both parties are full of shit, but clearly what we seeing on the Republican side right now, that's something we ain't never seen.
And the reason why I played that part, because it goes back to what you were just saying. I think if the MAGA wasn't in the Republican Party, the way that they did a whole 360 or 180, because 360 is a full circle.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah. God damn it. How they did a whole 180, most people would be Republican. Because if you look at the party, if back in the day, majority of black Americans was what? Republicans. Yeah, but I thought that was a serious take. Farrell, what you thought about what he said about that?
It's true. It's true. Because I know for a fact, if he was in during the time you and I were in, they damn sure gave us pay raises all the damn time.
That's correct.
And why wouldn't you vote for them?
That's correct.
And it wasn't until Obama that technically I changed to being in to be what you call it, Democrat because of that situation, to make a change. Because at that time stuff was just happening, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But I guess the understanding, because he said that, if you think about the word conservative, black people, we always that's the way we are. That's the way that we are raised. And I think once the Republican Party went the MAGA way, they lost a bunch of people that probably would say that, hey, I'm a Republican. What do you say about that?
Well, it started with the Tea Party.
Yes.
And we call themselves patriots when it was clear that nothing that they were doing was patriotic at all. And it's like Earthquake said. When I registered to vote, I registered as an independent because I've always been in the middle. I'm not either left, I'm not right, but there's parts of both parties that I do follow and appreciate. But like you say, once it became MAGA and it was clear that this MAGA idiocy was something that they were going to hold on to, you can't in good conscience, if you call yourself a Christian, you can't vote MAGA. I'm sorry, I don't give a damn what they say, because if you notice, most of these maggots are only in it for themselves and for clicks. Look at that fool Lauren Boebert and that other fool Margie Taylor Greene. They're two of the biggest idiots in Congress. They do nothing except get themselves on TV and go on Fox News or whatever and try to get people to join their little stupid podcasts or whatever, like Ted Cruz, but they get nothing accomplished. And that's MAGA right there, is to gum up the works to make sure nothing ever happens and then blame the other side for your roadblocking every damn thing. And I've said it before. The conservatives of the Reagan era, you could at least respect them because they stood on, they took a ground and they took a piece of ground and they stood on it. And they said, this is where I stand on this. I'm not going to budge. They didn't go extreme on one side or the other, even though Reagan tried to.
Yes.
He tried.
He damn sure tried to, but true conservatives wouldn't allow him to. And then over time, it started becoming where the conservatives of the Reagan era, like John McCain, who I wasn't going to vote for, but I at least respected him.
Yes.
Yeah.
They started disappearing, and this MAGA bullshit came to light and came to the forefront. And like I said, now it's hijacked the narrative. And it's sad that to see a party like the Conservative Party and like Earthquake said, if someone came out and was a true conservative, you'd actually feel good about voting for them if you chose to. It's like right now, Mitt Romney is trying to be the ultra conservative, the Reagan conservative. But dude, you lost yourself when you ran against Obama. So I mean, you can try to rebuild it, but you don't need to be the spokesperson of the rebuilding. And like I said, I'm sorry to be going so long, but it's the sad thing is conservative and Republican are two different things now, with maggot being way on the outside.
And I totally agree with what you're saying. Both parties are BS if you actually sit down, because they both got their own ideologies, what they're trying to achieve for them. Sometimes
Why can't the Democrats be more aggressive?
Well,
If the
that's why I like
Republicans are doing that, why the
that's why I
Democrats
like
can't be more
that's why I
aggressive?
like this new class, like my future baby mama Jasmine Crockett
Yes.
and people like her. They don't give a damn. They fighting. If Republican throw a bomb at them, they gonna throw a warship at them, and I love it. I'm here for it.
They just need to be more gangster too, and then maybe that'll even some shit out.
Right.
Because this is the reason why I think the Democratic side of the House is so weak, because
they old.
They old. Some of them are old, but then they care about people's feelings. If you look at the MAGA side of the House, they don't give a damn about anybody's feelings.
Whose feelings?
Yeah, exactly.
I need to know whose feelings.
They tear each other apart. When one of them goes with the true conservatives, if you notice, they start tearing each other's asses apart.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
care. They're all for clicks, not governance.
Yes.
And it's sad.
And that's what I'm saying is I'm not trying to tell you what party to go for. I always say, vote the person that's going to benefit you. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe in being independent.
That's right. If somebody's going to give you tax break at the lowest level, hey, vote for that person, whether it's Republican or Democrat. If somebody can put money in your pocket, vote for that person, whether it's Republican or Democrat. If somebody's going to give you a pay raise every year, like Pharaoh say, when the Republicans in there, hey, you get a higher what? You get a higher pay raise when I was in the military.
Everything else goes up around you, but at least you got a damn pay raise.
At least you got a pay raise. And that's what it boils down to. I thought that clip of Earthquake, way that he broke it down, because we are the most conservative people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people hate when I say I can only talk about for black people, but I can only talk because that's all I know, But make sure you get out and vote. That's the key thing. Vote for what's best for you. Don't vote because somebody says something that you like, God damn, that is right, because I don't live on the border. I don't live on the border. I can't say close the border or whatever. So I'm not going to vote close the border. I'm going to vote for lower taxes for me. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when they bring up talking about we need to close the border, well, I don't live on the border. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing about
nothing to me.
Exactly.
Here's the thing about closing the border that they keep trying to conflate. Where's the border wide open? Where is it not patrolled? And they keep saying
the northern border.
The northern border, exactly. And they keep saying this administration is letting us down. They're taking in 2 million. They're capturing 2 million illegals a year. Well, if they're capturing them, idiot, that means they're going back.
They're going back. They're doing their job. They're doing their job.
It's the dumbest argument given by the dumbest people and accepted by the worst people. I mean, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're fussing because they're doing their job. In his first 3 years as president, Biden deported more illegal aliens from any country than any other president has ever done. Exactly. Way more than Trump. And that's the thing about these fools is they're taking our jobs. Oh, so your mama and your daddy was out there picking goddamn oranges off a tree?
Exactly.
No, they're doing a job that your ass wouldn't do anyway.
Exactly.
So
he got mad. And they get mad when they had to do it.
And exactly. and I mean that, and yeah, they went to go find some free labor to do it. And then the thing of it is, and they keep trying to ignore the fact that these illegals, these Mexicans that come in, they get jobs. I've never seen a Mexican walking around looking for a job. They get them.
That's right.
Unless you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, but I ain't gonna bring that up. But you see them working.
Yeah.
And what they do, and they do something that I've always felt was something the black people should do. They live in communal houses and save their money together.
Yes.
Not one person is just paying the whole household.
That today.
Yeah.
Not one person is paying the whole household.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We talked all of them.
Yeah, we talked about that before because we talked about that about our community. I totally agree with everything that the mad professor just said. Our community, we are the worst. We are the worst. And I was just listening to something today. We rather have the $5,000 purse or $5,000 wallet or the $5,000 pair of shoes and only have $100 in our pocket. But any other race, they rather have the $100 shoe and $5,000 in the bank.
Right. Right.
We want to be flashy. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
want to be flashy. We want people to know that we got money. But in all reality, we don't have shit. All we have is materialistic. We don't have anything to pass on to the next generation. And you know, we shit, I'm guilty of that. I'll be the first one to say I'm guilty of that. Because we are taught when you see somebody that look like they got something or they got it going on, but that person may not have shit going on.
Man, I don't give a damn about them people.
Right.
They ain't paying my bills. They can kiss my ass.
I'm not. What I'm saying,
but it's still an individualism aspect, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is we don't build from within. We don't take our money to build.
Well, we haven't in a very long time.
But then when we did, what happens? You know, they come bomb it. They tear it down.
I would say that, but my point is from that point on, why stop?
Exactly.
Time is different now. Why stop?
Yeah. Why stop? Why stop? And that's like we talked about before. You know, we got all these people that are billionaires. You know, you could put back into the community that you came from. You could put back in to help the next person grow. You know what I'm saying? Who was it? Jay-Z. What was it? You rather have $500,000 to have a meeting with Jay-Z, or Jay-Z give you the money? Fucking give me the money. I could get the knowledge from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You know, because the knowledge,
and you'll probably live.
Exactly. But I guess what I'm saying when I'm talking about us as a people, we are our own worst enemy. We are our own worst enemy because we hate to see somebody else get ahead. And the first thing we say, how they get ahead, or they cut corners. No, maybe I work hard. Maybe if you ask me, how did I get ahead? I could give you the game plan too. Because every other ethnicity does it. They gave each other the game plan so they could get ahead. But we so careful. It's funny. I was watching Cam Newton, and and he was talking about cologne. Y'all probably said, "What the fuck the man on the street is going with this?" He was going about. He was talking about cologne, right? He was like, you know, when I wear cologne, everybody come up to me like, "What's that cologne you're wearing? You know, you smell good." And he say that I can't tell the person because I don't want them to smell like me. Why not? Why hold the information to yourself? You understand what I'm trying to say? And that correlates back to what I'm talking about. Why hold the information to yourself when you could give somebody else that knowledge? If you start a business, professor, I shouldn't be mad. I should call you up, man. How you start that business? I'm thinking about doing the same thing. You're wrong if you don't give me the game and say, this is how you do it. This is how you start. Now you don't give me a leg up. So I don't have to make the same mistakes that you did. Oh, my bad.
See what Tim Dog put on?
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, what Tim Dog said. God damn. I missed a couple of them. Oh, good. Y'all go ahead and talk, fellas, while I figure this out.
That's what I keep saying is, I think I said it 3 weeks ago. In slavery, the house Negro was always taught he was better than the field Negro. So, and that's what everybody wants to be. We want to be the house Negro and spit on the field Negro and act like we not in the same boat when clearly we are. The house Negro was always going to run back into the house and get master if the house is on fire. But let the slave hut be on fire. He just going to look and say, oh, well, let's go get us some more niggas.
God damn, boy. We talking today, boy. God damn it, boy. Farrah, what you got to say about that?
No, I agree. Like I said, I agree. No need to beat a dead horse because at the end of the day, you know, we see it around us all the time. We try to be cordial. You know, we try to be cordial, and somebody, you know, they have something to say, or, you know, they wonder why are you talking to me, or they want to keep their residence private. I don't know.
Hey, but
nobody wants to wave when they walk by each other. You know, mean mug each other for what?
Yeah. Well,
see, what's funny is it's funny to me is when I'm walking somewhere, when I'm out somewhere, if I see a brother. And here in New Orleans, we just go, "What's up, dude?"
Yeah, or give him the head nod.
Person go, "What up?"
Oh, you give him the head nod.
Everybody just keep on moving.
That's universal.
But
it's universal.
But Pharaoh's absolutely right. Sometimes you if you're in certain areas of the country, you say hi to somebody, be like, "What you talking about?"
Yeah.
Hey, what you mean? What I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I remember what's the show with Anthony Anderson?
Blackish. I knew
Blackish.
that's where you was
Yeah,
going.
you know,
Yeah.
he was telling the son, you know, that's universal. You say, brother, man, you just give him the head nod. You know, you know, if for some reason that lets you know, let that person know that I see you, you see me. Hey,
That's
you
right.
know, we don't have to say hello, but you give him the head nod. And until this day, I do that every time I see a brother. You give him the head nod, we just keep it moving. That's
Right.
But you
crazy,
know,
man.
now we say this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not beating anybody up, but at work, you know, or work or something like that, you say that to some black women, they don't say shit back to you just by just giving them a greeting.
Well, that's because and it's a damn shame is our women have been taught that the only reason the brother gonna speak to you is because you're trying to get in your
That's
drawers.
correct. Yeah.
That's
He
fine.
not
But
being
if they look
genuine.
like you don't want the draws, you should say something. goddamn
No, and you know, and you know, I would say this. I would say this. You know, they had made the black man so less important to the black woman that the narrative that you see now is that I don't need a man. Period. I could do it on my own, and that's the aspect that I look at it. You know, back when we growing up, families stayed together. Now they're basically breaking apart. You know what I'm saying? So I just push back a little bit, Pharaoh. You know, that woman might be won't say hello because she's been trained so many years to be independent. And it's just not black women, it's all women. It's all women.
Right.
All women have been taught that you don't need a significant other. You could do it on your own.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the ones that's been taught. I'm talking about the ones in our era. I'm talking about us, the ones that's established, right? The ones that we know every day, that we see here and there. You know, I mean, I'm
well, like I
fortunate.
said,
Yeah, I'm fortunate to where you know, most of the women, you know, if they say good morning or whatever, they'll say good morning. But most of them now will also say good morning to you before you even say it. But if you go outside,
see, that's a southern thing.
Yeah.
But then again, it goes back to our previous podcast. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go back and watch Two Cigars of the Blunt. We got other stuff out there on YouTube. Make sure you go back and watch our old videos when you talk about chivalry. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes now when you do something for a woman, you know, they look at you crazy. If you bring a woman flowers, what the hell? You corny. Or if you open a woman's door, you're corny. You know what I'm saying? So we living in a different time right now. The time that we're living in is real fast now because everybody want what they want. What they want it now. You know what I'm saying? So when you do things like that, maybe by you just saying hello to that woman every morning, she probably said, "Oh, maybe he's just being polite." Because
I hope that's what it's about.
no, I guess what I'm going to say because maybe they're thinking, maybe they're thinking another man never told me good morning. He just walked right past me. So by you doing it, sooner or later, oh, how you doing? You understand what I'm trying to say? Because who was it? Des Bryant. Des Bryant was on the Pivot, and he was talking. And he was talking about making breaking generational curse. You know what I'm saying? We have to break that cycle. I'm talking about us as black folks. We have to break that cycle. We have to break that cycle of what people think of us. You know, because you might see me and you might think that, hey, you know, I might wear some Jordans one day and I might have on a gold chain, and the first thing come out your mouth is a thug. But the next day I might have on a suit. The next day I might be in front of you, talking to you like an educated man that I am. Just because I look a certain way or act a certain way or don't say something to you, that's not who I internalize as being. You know, but I'm talking about black people, we criticize each other, I think way more than any other people. Because the slightest thing that we do that another black person don't agree with, we got to hammer him to death.
Well, yeah. And shit, we did it to Tim earlier, but Tim earned that beating. I'm sorry.
Tim dog.
Well, sometimes a brother deserves what he gets.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
sometimes.
saying. He earned that ass whipping.
Yeah.
Right. Come on, man.
You're right. Hey, but to keep the conversation going, you know, I got to put this on here because, man, brothers.
Hey, mama.
Oh, yeah.
Mama.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get this comment. I know that we talk about diversity and we talk about some serious stuff, but man, we about to get into some some. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain this, man. I saw this. Man, and I say to myself, "Hold on, make
Yes,
sure I
and
get this."
she's right. And I've always taught my kids to speak you into a room, whether or not you like people there. You speak
Yeah.
when you enter a room.
Well, I'm bad at that, man. Because when I go to work, I don't say nothing to nobody. I just
Oh no,
Well, you know, but you have reasons though. That's different.
But shoot,
That's
if honestly, I speak more if I know people in the room don't like me.
Oh goodness.
No, see, that's my half. My half is like that. She walking in, she'll talk to anybody just to get the feel of the room.
Okay. Hey, before we go to the next subject, I saw something the other day. Somebody posted, and I want to get your opinion on this. They were talking about the national anthem. The national anthem is back in the headlines again because before the Super Bowl they're going to sing the black national anthem and then they're going to do the national anthem. And somebody posted, that there's no black national anthem, there's no white national anthem. It's just the national anthem. But I didn't say anything, but I wanted to say, what world are you living in? I hate to say it, we live in two different time frames. And we living in two different worlds. My world don't look like your world. Your world is literally white. Mine is black as hell. And not knocking the person, but I thought that was kind of a stupid comment. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Well, they need to know the history of the national anthem for America in the first place, knowing that it's an old British song in the beginning. It's based off a British song. So so what are you really talking about here?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if they have and the NFL is predominantly black players.
Exactly.
So why would you honor the people that you're rooting for on the field?
Exactly.
Well, here's my whole thing about the national anthem before sporting events. Period. It wasn't done, and it definitely wasn't televised before September 11, 2001, and the Defense Department wanted to raise
televised.
American patriotism. So, I hate the stupid ass argument about it. You know damn well if you older than 30, you never even remember seeing it, and I know I didn't.
Yeah,
because I went to a lot of Saints games back in the day. We had season tickets, so we was always there. They never played the national anthem before the game. And if they did, guess what? The players were in the damn locker room.
In the locker room.
The fans were walking around drinking their beers.
Yes.
We didn't do all of this silliness. And that's the thing about it is America, we're the only ones that's got to be so damn patriotic that we play our own national anthem before the sporting event. Now they do it in Formula One for the country that they're in, but each individual racer doesn't get the national anthem unless they win. And like I said, they make it, they wear it as a cudgel and use it as a damn weapon because they want to say I'm more American and I'm more patriotic than you. Now this fool has a problem with the black national anthem being done. Do these idiots have they not recognized that the national anthem was written for a loss to the British? It wasn't most national anthems are written to talk about how great the country is, to talk about what the country has done.
That's what I'm saying.
Our national anthem is written for us losing, for the country losing a battle.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's based off a British song.
Yeah,
and it goes back to what you just said, Professor.
Anthem should be scrapped. Yeah.
Hold on there. Hold on. Oh, got that. Hey, the man on the street. I'm working boards and I'm trying to have my comment because I don't want to miss nothing, man. God damn it.
You all right? You all right?
Yeah, y'all keep the man on the street on point, man. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all keep the man on the street on point. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's the other part I've always had is why do you have to sing a song to show fealty to a country or a flag just because you live there?
Yeah, but what I was going to say though, you hit the nail, the hammer right on the nail. What the hell they say? I've been drinking, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you don't hit a nail with a hammer. That's the damn. You don't grab that nail and go.
Get it. You get it sooner or later.
Yeah, it'll get in. But which one are you trying to get in? The hammer or the nail? I don't understand.
Well, yeah. Thank you for correcting me, Professor. But like you say though, all these people that's talking patriotism. When they're at these sporting events or wherever, they're walking around getting their beer, getting their hot dog. The last thing on their mind is putting their hand over their heart and looking at the flag. You know,
Or
and
even
that's the
taking their hat off.
taking, and that's the parts that gets me every time. It's just the fact that, you know, it's just crazy that now you want to be all patriotic, but all before you wasn't that way.
Exactly.
And you know, and that's the part that
And they damn sure ain't home standing there with their hand over their heart either.
Exactly.
That's the thing that I always found funny, because I've always asked people, how many of y'all stand to attention for the national anthem when you're at home?
Fuck that, Chuck. How about when we sitting there, when we leave on post or when we come on post in Beverly or retreat place? How many of these motherfuckers keep driving? They don't get out and then salute or stand.
That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So they talking all this patriotic.
They trying to find a way off the goddamn post.
These people that talk this good game, but they don't live that game. Right. But before we go though, oh man, I saw this because we got to have some crazy ish. And man, I got to get y'all opinion on this right here. Oh man, when I saw this, I know Pharaoh's going to go the fuck off. I know, I already know you're going to go off. I knew you're going to go off. And Mad Professor, I know you're going to go off too, because both of y'all have girls. Oh, both of y'all have girls, and I know you're going to go to F off.
In Tampa, Florida, is accused of going on a shooting spree in which he killed his mother's friend and wounded his mother and his teenage daughter before firing at police officers last Wednesday. According to court documents filed by prosecutors, the man allegedly wrote a letter to his teenage daughter saying he wanted to have a romantic relationship with her before the shooting. The suspect, identified as 42-year-old Michael Banks, allegedly told police that he wrote a letter to his 17-year-old daughter, insisting that she enter into a relationship with him and not date anyone else. Prior to the shooting, prosecutors say Banks' mother and her friend were in the family home discussing kicking Banks out after learning he was pursuing a romantic relationship with his daughter. Prosecutors claim in the documents that upon overhearing this discussion, Banks felt betrayed and upset. So he retrieved a revolver and brought it to the kitchen, where he then shot.
I see Pharaoh's face. Pharaoh. I see your face too. I see your face too, man, Professor. I mean to laugh, man. It's not. You know, somebody lost their life, man. But
disgusted. Disgusted.
See, my mom just said the same thing I thought. Is he any worse than Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump, this man is Donald Trump with heart. Because Donald Trump has always felt that way about his own daughter.
Yeah,
she was the sexiest thing he ever saw.
Yeah.
The only difference between
he's made a lot of comments about that.
Exactly. The only difference between him and his daughter is he had more sex with women. I mean, come on now, dude. I mean, it's pathetic. He just
laugh. I'm sorry, man.
He's just fulfilling the wishes of his so-called king. He's trying to keep it in a family. That's why the royal family. That's why the royal family in Europe looks so funny, because it's all the inbreeding they've done.
The birth defects.
Yeah,
I mean,
so,
it's pathetic.
So I guess my question to the two brothers here, when you see something like that, let me put it this way: what would make a man look at his child and want to have a relationship with your child?
I don't know, Chuck, because that's never some shit that ever crossed my mind.
I don't know how to respond to that.
There's nothing I can take, because if I have a response, you be like, hey, I gotta watch that nigga King.
Exactly.
No, you ain't gonna put that shit on me. I do not know. All I know is if anybody dates my daughter, and she's the one that's gonna be, calling the shots.
Yeah.
If they're not treating her as good as I've treated her as a father, they in for some trouble. But I would not know why a man would want to be with their own kid.
It's not funny, man. It's not funny, man. But I'm just looking at y'all faces. Looking at your faces, man.
It's disgusting. Man. Yeah, that's the word. It's disgusting. And that's what I keep saying. It's you don't hear about black people, about black fathers killing somebody because they want to have sex with their daughter. The father rather want to have sex with his own daughter. You don't hear that in our community. You only hear that in those Anglo in that Anglo society, and it's not all of it, but it's enough of it. It's enough of it. Like I said, that's why the royal family look as ugly as I mean, look at Charles. You can't tell me he don't have his own. You can't tell me he don't have a cousin's DNA in his ass. You can't tell me that. That dude is ugly, and the royal family for generations were inbreeding to keep the bloodline pure and blue, as they call it. And like I said, him saying that he wants to have a relationship like that with his daughter. Oh my God, dude, is that all you can get? I mean, come on now. It's sad. You can pay somebody for a piece of butt.
But I guess the point
What about the mama? Shit, he had to get the mama.
Apparently, he don't care about the mama because the daughter the daughter have fewer miles on her.
Yeah. God damn it! God damn it!
I'm just saying. The mama into the ringer.
Hey, look.
Hey, you know, I'm not trying. I'm not. You know, it's a serious situation because somebody lost their life. I'm laughing because I see y'all faces and I know what type of fathers that y'all are.
Yeah.
You know, when we talk about our daughters and stuff like that, that would be the last thing across my mind.
It's not easy across my mind.
And then you write her a letter and say that you want to have a relationship, and then you can't date nobody else but me.
Yeah,
you got to be.
Go ahead and put some goddamn what you call it, evidence out there.
Yeah, exactly. And then you overhear your mom and her friend talking, so you go get your gun and you shoot up the house. I'm saying to myself, what part of
Go
what
shoot
part
yourself.
what part was you not saying to yourself? Hold on, man. You get this shit right there. Oh, what up, cuz? That's my cousin Tisha. What's up? Holla at you. What part of that makes you? It just doesn't make sense to me, man. And I just had to put that out there, man, because I just couldn't understand why, you're supposed to protect your child, you trying to abuse your child, and that part, that's the part that boggles my mind.
What's funny to me, and as I may say this wrong, is when I see my daughter, I go, "Oh my goodness, my daughter's gotten really cute." Then I look at my wife and go, "That's where my daughter get it from."
Yeah.
I don't go, "Ooh, my daughter cute. She the only one I got to be with." No, that is. I mean, that is awful. It's awful.
Like I said, those things don't never going to ever be in my mind. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like I said, we always talk on this channel. You know, I got a new saying. You know, come for the show, but stay for the conversation. Oh man, that sounds good. That what a man on the street is talking.
He over there patting himself on the back.
Hell yeah. When I wrote that,
you'll be in the hospital with Tim.
Yeah, oh shit.
Get better, Tim, dog.
Yeah, get better, Tim, dog. Hey, but when I wrote that on the Facebook thing, I said, shit, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, you
come for the show. But stay for the conversation because we be having good conversation, fellas. Hey, you know, that's why I say Smokers Lounge. Make sure y'all tune in next Friday. You know, make sure y'all leave your comments. Hey, we're gonna get it so we could get some phone calls too. Hey, the man on the street is working on it. But
next Friday
back to what
be some very interesting topics that I have set for you guys. So y'all
and that's what it is. It's about us just coming on here. Hold on, somebody just say something.
Say what's up, Unc?
What's up, man?
Young Cook. Who's Young Cook?
That's Israel's son. That's my nephew.
Man, hey, Mr. Young Cook, tell your daddy to come out the woods now. He can come out the woods now. It's okay.
He a Cowboys fan too.
Ah, Lord, your daddy done got to you before the world did.
Yeah, because I'm gonna copyright that because I like that. You know, come for the show, but you know, stay for the conversation. Because, like I said, we're not professionals. We get on here every Friday night and we try to entertain. We try to bring y'all topics that we think that y'all will enjoy. Because this is the type of things that we want to inform people about. Because people don't watch the news like they used to. They don't. No. But now, you know, we trying to bring y'all information to hopefully make your day a little better.
They watch that ill-informed social media, though.
Yeah. But it's just the fact that we're trying to entertain you. But I thought that was a good topic, and it just had me crazy. I know it's crazy.
I need to go get a doggone drink to get the taste of that one out my mouth. Damn.
My bad, fellas.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Oh, goodness. But before we go, Mad Professor, what you got to say to the people?
Okay, I got a couple African proverbs for the folks.
Oh, shit.
It's not going to be that bad. Oh. The first one is
I'm laughing at my nephew, man. I'm sorry.
The first one is hands wash each other. And I think
That is
that's
true.
pretty. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right there.
Hey, unless you
I
ain't
ain't never
got no
thought of
hands.
that. Unless you ain't got no hands.
Exactly. But hands wash each other, because I've never seen. It's just like hearing one hand clap. You ain't never heard it too much.
I never heard it. Yeah, you're right.
And another one is a person because of people. That one, you are who you're around.
That's
you
right.
are
That is true.
who people raised you to be.
Yes.
You're only you because of other people.
Yes. Okay then.
Yeah, man.
I got
dig
that
it.
one.
I dig it.
Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go?
You know, with all this BS going on in politics in the world today, you know, it's a lot of people that's following. You know, a lot of followers. There's no real leaders anymore. So with that being said, got a little quote here. Even if the bee could explain to the fly why pollen is better than shit, the fly would not understand.
Yeah. It's always been one of my favorites.
I get it.
Yeah,
That's always been one
and
of
I
my
say that
favorites.
because that's you know, like I said, you never can say that too much because people don't want to listen. They hear everything, but they don't want to listen. They don't want to form their own opinion about anything.
Yeah.
You know, they're too busy following because they want to be part of whatever the crowd is that's supposedly winning. Cowboy fans.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm just saying, you know.
Right.
You know.
Miss Kim.
What's up, Kim Style, Kim Bella Style? What's going on? Hey,
So.
my baby right there. Well, Tim Dog, you know, Tim Dog can be here. For those that looking for Tim Dog, to be more careful, you know, he's been under the weather. And like I say, we praying for the brother, you know. The brother, I'm not trying to put the brother business out there, but say a prayer for Tim Dog. You know, we are, you know, because we like having him on here because I want to say he's the antagonist, if that's the right word. Because Tim Dog, Tim Dog put some shit out. You like, God damn, I want to punch him sometime. But hey, he's speaking his mind, right in the face, and he's speaking his truth. But you know, and that's why you love it. And also, you know, Po Boy from the boot couldn't be here, so I'm gonna say Po Boy went first, and then I'm gonna do Tim Dog. Po Boy from the boot probably would say something like, "What was the question?"
Yeah, he does that one.
Or keep it going.
Yeah. Or better yet, you know, if you're feeling sad and you got nothing to do, go out, hold your head up high, close your eyes, open your eyes, look into the sun, and tell me what you see.
Yeah. Yeah. That's his new one.
That's Po Boy from the boot. Yeah. But Tim Dawes sent me this. I got to read it. Tim Dawes sent me something. He said, this is what he wanted to say tonight. If you think you'll lose, you've already lost. For out in the world, you will succeed. Well, let me start over. If you think you'll lose, you have lost. For out in the world, you will find. Succeed begins with a fellow will. It's all in a state of mind. And that's Thinking by Walker D. Wintle. Okay. So my man Tim Dawes sending that to the people out there. You know, we try to leave y'all with something a little positive to hopefully get you through the next day. Because like I said, we're here to entertain. We're not here to judge anybody. We're just giving you our perspective on what we want to talk about. You know, like Pharaoh King said, you know, you got your own opinion. You got your own opinion that we want you to choose. We don't want you to follow us. We want you to follow us. Follow your own rules. You know what I'm saying? So,
Professor, before we get out here, Professor.
Okay.
Did he read that like Ricky Smiley reads?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I could see Ricky in it. I could see Ricky in it. I was waiting for Lil Darryl to come out.
Hey, before we go back, Professor. Hey, the show ain't over.
Look, Tim Dog said. Look.
What did he say? Well, bitch, you should have called me and saved your goddamn self.
Man, this dude, boy.
Oh. But ladies and gentlemen, hey, the show don't stop. You know, we got an after show. We call it Ashed Out. Hey, this is when we just talk about whatever. You know, but if you want to be part of the Smokers Lounge, hey, send us your questions, send us your topics, what you want us to talk about in the after show. Hey, we want y'all to be part of the experience. You know, like I said earlier, come for the show, but hey, stay for the conversation, and you make our conversation much better. And with that, I'm the man on the street,
Pharaoh King,
and the mad professor living in the boot.
And we are 2 Cigars in a Blunt. And we are, hey, hope y'all have a blessed day. Hey, I almost forgot. Tomorrow, tune in.
Oh, yeah.
Tune in for Let's Pick 'em. We got some football we got to talk about. It's only got, 2 games? So
Professor went 4 for 4.
It's other stuff to talk about. We got coaches for hire and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, so make sure you come in and join us tomorrow, and we are out. Hey, make sure you come check us in the after show. We'll be doing the after show in about 10 minutes. So come on and make sure you have your comments. Make sure you have your questions. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you put what you want us to talk about, and we'll have a good time. And we are out.
Last topic, I'm going to get a drink.
All right. Oh shit, you don't even drink.